I traveled to the village with my family to vote. And I was also invited in Sugakope Church. You know, we met here and they've invited me, and I went there with my family. And so when I went to the village first in Adidome, then in the night I will come back to Sugakope to start the program. And sometimes when you go to the village, you have to go to your uncles and greet them. If not, you'll be annoyed at your mother and so forth. So I went there to greet them, and I went to one of them, and they offered me a chair. I sat down, greeted, we had some conversations. Then I was about to stand up from the chair. I heard a sharp pain in my waist. I was just standing up, and I heard it. I shouted, which kind of pain is this? Those who were there heard me. But I thought, because I drove from here to the village, maybe that was why. Meanwhile, when I got there, I sat in my house. I rested for some number of hours before going to their house. And so I thought it was just a mere thing, as we normally go through and take some painkiller and be okay. I started complaining to my mother, my waist. Took some painkillers, nothing was happening. The more I took the painkiller, the more the severe become unbearable to me. To the extent that I have to start leaping on my leg. In the evening, I went to the program in Sugakope. The Spirit of God moved greatly, but I was in pain. Those who came there with sickness were receiving healing, and I was in pain. But I have to control myself in front of the crowd. When I want to sit down, I have to control myself. I want to stand up, have to control myself, because I was in front of the church. I went to bed after the all nights, and I took overdose painkiller to see if maybe the painkillers were not strong. What is this? In the morning, we went to the village to cast our vote. We came back in the evening to continue the program. It was worse for me. We finished the program and we came back to Accra. I have to force myself and drove to Accra. I was doing some projects. I have to be going to the site. When I go to the site, if I want to get down, I have to control myself. I'll be feeling pain, and I thought it was mere thing. Then, a month ago, I was in the church on Monday, and I went there to pray. In the evening, I wanted to drive to my wife's shop, and I was feeling so much pain to the extent that I have to park the car. I saw a brother passing to the church for a prayer meeting. Then I asked him to come and drive the car. He came and drove the car. We went to the church. Looking at myself, I thought if I want to drive the car home, it will not be okay. So let me rest. I rested in the night in the church, wake up, pray. The next morning, I was supposed to go to work because I promised somebody to come and work. I couldn't go. I thought it would be okay. It will be okay. That Tuesday evening, we'll be having meeting. So I said, well, let me go home, change myself, and come back to the church. I drove the car like from here to maybe the house. I have to park the car. If not, I'll get accident. I couldn't even move my leg on the crush again, my left leg. So I parked the car and I called Brother Hope. He's here with us to come back and took me home, and he came and took me home. Then we decided that in the morning he should come and take me to hospital. He came back early dawn. I couldn't walk from my bedroom to the hall. Talk less of going to enter the car. He was in the hall waiting for me from that dawn to another evening. I was in pain to the extent that I couldn't stand up, I couldn't sit down, I couldn't walk. I have to lie down. If I want to eat, I have to lie down. Everything I have to lie down. And I couldn't understand myself. All the medicines I bought from the drugstore, the more I take it, the more it's like pouring petrol on fire. The next day, I forced myself and I went to the hospital. And those who were in the hospital, the OPD, there, when they saw me, I know they were healed. Because my sickness has become a tourist attraction for them. Everybody was looking at me. A whole man like me. They said I should stand on the scale. I couldn't stand on the scale. They have to rush me to the emergency. Now they want me to lie down on the bed to give me injection. I couldn't climb the bed. This side was not feeling pain. I tried myself hanging this side on the bed, this side on the floor before they give me the injection and some drips. And I know those things were severe painkillers. Before the pain came down, before they took me to X-ray, and they said my waist have shifted, the spine has shifted from the waist bone. So there's no medicine that can cure. That was what the doctor told me. No medicine that can cure me. Only physiotherapists will work on me. Even they too, he want to promise me that they don't do magic. So where's my hope? If they don't do magic, no medicine can cure me. Where's my hope? That thing started Tuesday, and I couldn't go to church all over the week. I was monitoring from online from my church, and I heard a prophecy that the battle was tough, but they shouldn't worry. They should wait before him for 7 days, and you fight a battle for them. And when I came from the hospital, I started going to the physiotherapist. The more I go there and come back, the more the pain. I couldn't sleep in the night. They use so many machines on me. After that, they will come and use their hand to massage me. The more I go there, the more I couldn't sleep in the night. I cannot sleep. I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit down. If I manage myself to the bathroom, they have to come and bath me because I can't bend down like this and scratch myself. So the prayer team, the whole church were praying. At that point, nobody will tell you to come to church and come and pray. The moment you enter the church, nobody raise a prayer topic. You must start praying. Because the man who God has been leading you through is going down. So what is your faith? You must pray. Myself and Pastor, we have been talking. I remember when I was in the hospital, I sent a message to him that they should remember me in prayer. But I couldn't write what was the problem, because at that point, I don't have the energy to be writing too much. I think the next day before I saw he has replied, what was the problem? Because I was not using the phone. I couldn't pick up. So when I said, oh, my waist to my leg, I wrote like that. He started calling me, praying for me. He wanted to come. We have been discussing it, how we would do it. The prayer team and the whole church were also praying. So I came across some belts online. They say sciatica belt. But when I went there, they said the problem was sciatica. Because of the shifting, it had put pressure on my nerve. And who shifted my bone? Because I have not fallen down. I didn't get any accident. Who came and shifted my bone? That was what I didn't understand. I've started putting on the belts and I've started walking small, but I can't walk to not even up to 5 minutes. The moment I walk small, all the muscles will be paining me. It's not something like when you put your hand there, you feel it. If you put your hand, you don't feel any pain. But you just feel that you are feeling unbearable pain. And a lot of revelations have been coming. the good ones and the bad ones. But if you are not spiritual and you want to follow every revelation, you fall into trap. You fall into trap. Somebody will have a revelation that they have shown him or her some help, use it and bath for 7 days, do this and that. What is Christ? Where is Christ? A lot of terrible revelations, but I know that my Redeemer liveth. Because when there was a prophecy that the battle is tough, but wait for me. 7 days. I was waiting for the 7 days to come. He is God, and he will not speak anything or say anything and change his mouth. I was there when Pastor sent Brother Bright to come and bring me from Lashby to Aprao. He came. Because I couldn't sit down, you have to stretch the chair for me to lie in it. For him to drive the car here. We came here that Friday night. When we came, we were in the room. I was lying down on one of the student mattress when they finished and they came in. They thought I was relaxing, but I was not relaxing. I couldn't sit down. That was the only way I can sit down, is to lie down. I can't lie down flat. I have to use myself to cover the ground. So when they came, I managed myself and I stood up. Then Pastor gave me a chair to sit down. I said, Pastor, I can't sit down. I can't sit down. So I said, Pastor, I can't sit down. And the prayer started. I think less than 30 minutes, I removed the belt that I put on. Then less than 30 minutes, he said, how are you feeling? Test yourself and see. I checked myself. What I saw was that I started jumping. I started jumping like this. I started jumping like this. I was not feeling anything again. You know, I couldn't sit down. I couldn't shake myself. I googled the sickness online, and I've seen that human being. I've seen the main idea of God that nobody can compare, no architect can compare himself to God. The nerves, the way they wave it. If you are electrician, you see, or those, if you are not electrician, you go to a new house that they are wiring. You see cables that the electrician wired the house. He has not connected all of them. We call it termination. He has not terminated all of them. They were just hanging there like that. You will not understand the purpose of those cables. Each of those cables have their function. Only God knows. And at that moment, I sat down right before them. I sat down right before them. Pastor himself was there. Pastor Matthew and Pastor Gessi, they were there. I think Brother Bright was there. Some other brothers was there also. I sat down and we have long conversation. And I forgot that at some time ago I couldn't see that. I forgot myself. And I sat down and we have conversation. We're all happy. You know, I've been saying something that Satan is a defeated angel. That Satan was defeated long time.
Yes.
He was a defeated angel. So if you lose God, he overcome you. At the time I was at home, I was not going to church. In fact, I was not having the easiness to pray. But yet still in the night I can pray about 1 hour. I'll be lying down because I was lying down, I was not turning. But when Pastor called me Thursday night, I was lying down praying. And I heard a voice. Started from there and pray. And I rise up from my leg. Forgot myself and I prayed for 2 hours. After praying, I was feeling the pain again. Seriously. I couldn't sleep in the night. But when I came here, within less than 30 minutes, maybe 20 or 15 minutes prayer, I was released from that pain.
Amen.
And when I went to my hotel to rest, my members called me. Say, Daddy, how are you? I didn't tell them I was coming here. Only 2 people know that I was coming here. It's because spiritual things is not everything you say in public or to people. They called me, they said, people came to the church and they came with cutlass and wood and so forth. But they detected that it was spiritual attack. And they were also praying anyhow they wanted to pray. At that time, Pastor was also praying here. We went home, we went to the hotel. That night I slept very well. Slept very well. And as I'm standing here, you can see me standing. Maybe those who came with Pastor in the room, the way and the manner they see me, they will not believe what I said. Because they saw me in just less than some few minutes prayer, I was okay. But I know what I went through. Some of the brothers here, especially Brother Hope, he saw all that I went through. And as you can also testify based upon my testimony, I am healed.
Yeah, man.
I am healed.